What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Yo, what's poppin', all my peeps? It is I, your host, the most Renaissance man who always thinks he can, and your champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, welcoming you back to my house for another edition of the House Show, presented to you by Underground Industries. It's not just me, Patty P, here in the house. I'm joined, as always, by the founding father himself, representing the hashtag Porch Gang, Mr. KB. What's poppin', my dude? How you doing?
Got a haircut today, feeling good. Phil's playing your scumbag Red Sox. This is the one time of the year that I feel I can truly embrace the hatred of Philly, Boston, and baseball. Had some big interviews for shows this week.
Good.
What else do we have going on? Got waxed playing Pokemon on Tuesday night, so that was a time.
It seemed you were telling me you got it was like a squash match.
Yeah,
essentially.
I got squashed all right. I went 1-3 in 4 games.
Oof.
Missed out on the pool for the store credit. But it's fine. We got another pre-release on Sunday, so we'll be back at it.
Good.
On Sunday, and then what else have I had going on?
Get back on the horse. Do you watch Backlash for sure? I know that.
Sure.
Enjoy it as much as WrestleMania 42. Yes.
The backlash in that I lashed my back by taking a shower. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. But at least you heard, you know what's going on, and now Jacob Fatu is now viewed as the Samoan monster, in my opinion.
Jacob Fatu, how do you do?
How do you do? Taking out the tribal chief in that main event. It was a good show.
Killed Roman Reigns?
Well, not really. So
don't get my hopes up like that.
So he won. Roman won.
Boo.
All right. But at the end of it, Jacob snapped and beat the ever-living shit out of Roman. And then on Monday night, Roman shows up to the arena, demands that Jacob be fired or handled. Adam Pearce is okay if that's what you want. And then he won't be in the building, whatever. And then Roman says, no, he needs to acknowledge me first. And they have an acknowledgement ceremony to conclude Raw, which just ends up being Jacob showing out at the last minute, storming down the ramp, and him and Roman beating the shit out of each other to the point where Jacob gets the upper hand, power bombs Roman through the announce table, and then spears all three, Roman, Jimmy, Jay, through the barricade.
I'm going to say this, and it might piss a lot of people off, and I don't care. I'm here to tell y'all right now, I don't care. An acknowledge me off sounds like the worst version of a dick measuring contest I've ever heard of.
No, it's an acknowledgement ceremony. They're not acknowledging each other. He's asking him to it. He's not asking, He's demanding that he acknowledges the tribal chief because the tribal chief defeated him at Backlash.
So he basically was putting Roman in a cuck chair.
Well, put him in his place, sure. Cuck chair would be one of the answers on the Family Feud board. Okay.
Way instead of up in the cuck chair.
Yeah. No, yeah. Put him in his fuck-ass place. And everyone, including myself, believes that Jacob Fatu needs the world title on him. You need to put the world title on Jacob at this point. I know there's probably plans for Oba and whatnot, but you got to strike the iron when it's hot. And right now, it's on fire. KB, it's on fire. Jacob Fatu is so over at this point. I like, they need some sort of shock. WWE needs some sort of move right now that will flip WWE itself creatively upside down. You need a decision like that with every negative thing that we've seen be put out about TKO, which de facto is WWE at this point. They need to get the fan back. That would be a way to get the fan back.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody didn't pay the electric bill and fans not on.
Do they? No fans. No fans.
No fans.
They've been. It's tough, but no, it's good. That was I would say one of my favorite parts of the weekend that I watched of wrestling. Jacob Fatu kicking the absolute shit out of Roman was entertaining as all hell, and there's a bunch of other news stories that we got to talk about outside of wrestling. KB, we're not talking just creative here or even the shows themselves, business side of things, because some nonsense went down. All right, have you ever heard of Triller TV?
Sort of, kind of. I don't know why, but yes.
So it's a streaming service where you would watch AEW pay-per-views.
Okay.
Basically, it was before they got their deal with Warner Brothers and HBO Max and all that. You would stream the legit pay-per-views on Triller TV. So, but Triller TV has been like having their issues over the years. Came out, Fightful reported that AEW is suing Triller TV over unpaid revenue. Do you want to guess how much unpaid revenue?
I'm probably going to be stunned by the amount, but lay it on me, pal.
$5 million in unpaid revenue.
See, that doesn't surprise me from an outlet like Triller, to be honest, because aren't they the ones that did like the stupid like celebrity boxing bullshit too?
Yes. No, they did. Yes.
So that doesn't surprise me because I remember, who was it? The guy you hate. That I was like, why are we talking about this guy in 2026?
The guy I hate?
Yeah, that was.
I hate a lot of people.
Wrestling in the world of Josh Richards. He and Josh used to be friends.
Oh, it's gonna come to me, but continue.
Bryce or something.
Bryce, I do not like a lot of Bryce. It's gonna itch you.
I'm gonna Google this real quick.
We're gonna do a little quick. I'm trying to rack my brain of people in Josh Richards' world. BFFs, Brianna Chicken Fry.
What the hell is his name?
But is he more TikTok? Like, is that?
He was TikTok, but then he did he veered off from like Josh, where like Josh is like a normal functioning member of society.
Okay. And was this guy like only wrestling, or was he just like a fan who?
We talked about him like probably like a couple weeks ago. What the hell is his name? Yeah, Bryce Hall.
Oh, I can't say Bryce Hall. Yeah,
Bryce Hall did like a celebrity boxing match on there against some other influence, and nobody got paid from it. They did it at like the Dolphins Stadium, and nobody got paid.
Yeah, it did poorly ran. Like, so yeah, it it's $5 million in unpaid revenue, and here's the thing: the unpaid revenue was because they were using that revenue they were allegedly supposed to give AEW and using it to launch their own social media platform or app that failed, didn't get off the ground. Nice. I don't know if that surprises you, anything not like really. That. Not, yeah, it doesn't to me. They were formerly known as Fight. I think that might, does that ring a bell? FITE. So I do remember them as Fight too. They've had financial issues like constantly. I knew this. They were delisted from the NASDAQ in January 2026. So that tells you something. And the unpaid revenue too was from AEW Plus, which was a streaming service attached to Triller TV. And I'm pretty sure it was part of my AEW. It might not have been. But anyways, the point is that it's discontinued. They no longer are doing AEW Plus because of the unpaid revenue they did not get, and now just only have my AEW, which has actually been going on since March. But see, this is the type of shit that really irks me. I don't know, or not irks me, but I find fascinating about the business, like this side of it, because we see all the hoopla and nonsense shenanigans on television. Hoopla!
Hoopla!
Sounds like a lot of hoopla!
Hoopla! Hoopla!
Hoopla! Sounds like a lot of hoopla and shenanigans. What's what we see on television. But we never hear or talk about, like, it's never after the show, you never hear like the other side of things. But now, like, I always find that side fascinating because it takes the show that you're watching and expands it a little bit. You know, I feel like you do like how we view sports in a way, you know. It seems like sports fans now are not only interested in the game itself, but then are more fascinated with the off the field drama that goes on. It's kind of the same thing, but this has real life consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I find it's awesome. I do like this side of the business, but this is not awesome. This is not. So yeah, that was
getting sued for $5 million.
Dude, that's the crazy thing to me, is that it was $5 million. They're gonna go after. They're gonna go after every bit of that, and it was less than that, but there's a 2% interest rate on every year or every time. So, yeah, bad shit going on over there. That's the one story I wanted to talk about first. And then another thing that really grinds my gears, KB, over the week was that one of my favorite YouTube channels, Cultaholic, laid off their editing team this week.
Explain this to me, because...
So I'm going to pull up, I'm pretty sure I sent this to you over Twitter. Nope. Oh, I sent it to Sarah to it. No, let's go to you, because I definitely sent it to you. Shit, I may have. How do I get? Yeah. All right. So here we go. Here's the original tweet. So on May 12th, they put out a statement on their social medias. Since 2017, Cultaholic has strived to create compelling pro wrestling content. We are very proud of the work we produced over the past 8.5 years. It's safe to say that a great deal of it would not have been possible without the attention to detail and tireless work ethic of our editing team. Today, we are deeply saddened to announce the closure of our dedicated editing department due to a number of factors. Over time, we've seen significant changes that have had knock-on effects to the way we operate as a business, with YouTube becoming an increasingly turbulent and unpredictable platform on which we operate. We'd like to thank Dan, Emma, Luke, Matt, Pierce. He goes on to say the names of everybody there, Richard and Ryan, for the years of exemplary service. Please support them in any way you can moving forward. And then they put out this statement following it. I don't know how much later, but a couple hours later in the day. We want to make it very clear. We will not be using, in all caps, not be using AI to edit our videos following the closure of our dedicated video editing team. The remaining team at Cultaholic, which includes writers, editors, and presenters, will continue to produce and edit the content that you see across our various platforms. So they said 8.5 years was.
Mm-hmm.
They were started. Initially it was What Culture, which is still a thing. It still is on. And then Cultaholic broke off with the original. There was like 4 members that I loved: Adam Pacitti, Ross, Jack the Jobber, and one other guy. I think it was Bobby. It doesn't matter. And they started Cultaholic, and I've been watching them and What Culture. I've seen Cultaholic grow over the years. That's one of my places to get news in wrestling. Okay. Them and whatnot. Them are huge, and I love their just content in general. And it sucks to see them having to close the editing, any department, but specifically the editing department. You know, that seems like bad times for me, and I don't know, it just gives me a bad feeling. It just makes me sad.
To me, this says one of two things. One, they were overpaying people, and by not saying that anyone really is overpaid in today's world, but what I'm saying is, for what they were bringing in, they were not, or what they were spending, they were not bringing that in.
Correct.
To compensate whatever somebody's salary was.
Exactly.
Number 2, you overhired.
That happens, yeah. It does.
3,
does the YouTube, like, them talking about YouTube being the way it is, I feel like
videos are not doing,
they're not doing numbers.
Nation-wise, they're not doing numbers. If they're having to lay off however many it was, 5 people.
Yeah, it's like 5 people.
That means they were making a shit ton of money before from YouTube. Because YouTube, in essence, like, takes 30% of your ad revenue. Like, that's the split.
Really?
70-30
okay.
split. So whatever you make on YouTube, 30% goes to YouTube. So 70% that they were making had to have been doing really well if they had an entire video editing department.
Yeah, they were covering events and whatnot. Yeah.
To me, it feels like they probably overhired, somehow found a way to, and I would guess they overhired after pandemic.
Probably.
Where, like, wrestling kind of was in the forefront of people, and then they were like,
it's the only thing on.
And then now that wrestling is in this weird state because TKO and all of that, where, let's be honest, sure, people can like AEW, people can like TNA, people can like NXT, they can like all of that stuff. What's going to pay the bills is covering WWE. Because that's front facing. That's where the superstars are. If you're going to be a wrestling content creator, you have to cover WWE in some way, shape, or form, whether it's positive, negative, or in between. You have to, because it's the number one brand. And if it's in a weird space, this is also just a reflection of where WWE is, in my opinion, because that means more people probably are not watching WWE content because of post-Mania, how things built up, and that's also probably part of it.
I would say part of it too is TKO essentially making it difficult for content creators. They have recently went on a rampage of copyright striking a ton of creators' reaction videos, and then using those said reactions that they would post on their own platform. Yeah, they're not making it easy for content creators to make this into a career, and they so easily could. Like you want to be treated like all these professional sports organizations. You don't yes, you have this deal with ESPN, but who the hell's watching you? Who the hell's tuning into ESPN to watch these superstars make an appearance? It's like, it feels like it's just not hitting with ESPN. They're realizing right now that sport fan does not want to watch it. I have friends that watch ESPN. They don't give a shit about WWE. Mm-hmm. And it's the unfortunate reality that your most loyal fans you're kicking to the curb because you want the frat boy college kid that watched during the Attitude Era. But you're not producing the Attitude Era quality television. You went to Netflix and you had more guidelines. You went more PG by going to Netflix. Mm-hmm. Like, let loose, you're on Netflix. I understand brand deals and whatnot, but there's got to be a line there. It's not making it easy.
I mean, you look at what we do with some of the stuff we cover here, like Casey and Owen get great access with IndyCar, and you know they're able to do stuff like interviews with drivers. They're able to do, in-person stuff when they're at a race. You look at what we do with lacrosse, like what the PLL does for us. Like we're doing weekly media for one of the 8 teams every single week on our flagship podcast here. Like that's set up because the PLL believes in the independent creator. And I've talked to Mike Rabel about that, and he's like, yeah, supporting endemic media is important for the success of anything because those are the people that are going to bring in the non-traditional fan. And if you're not bringing in non-traditional fans, you're not growing because the people that want to watch it are already there.
They are. And to me, I was going to ask that the negativity, the negative comments they get, the criticisms, that has to play a role in what they're doing with the copyright strikes and making it hard. It has to be because they are a business at the end of the day. And any sort of negative feedback is going to look bad on investors, ads, all of that trickles down. Mm-hmm. Like that, which is like a kind of it's a bad thing. You got to let them critique you. Because if they don't critique you, you're just going to put out the same shit that's very hard to watch. Sometimes it's very hard to watch at points. SmackDown being 3 hours is crazy. You just had the show close with a funeral for the gingerbread man. It was great. Great not segment. Awesome. Not the gumdrop buttons.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Who lives on Drury Lane?
The Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane? You had a funeral for him. That should not be your main event segment of the show. Why are your champions not being featured? Why are we telling good stories? Intense feuds. It's just it bothers me because when Sarah and I started doing this on No Nights Off, we were right before, like right on the cusp with 30. We started like roughly after 38 into 39 when it was right hitting that stride, going up and up the roller coaster, and then carrying it all the way into 40, where it was at its absolute peak. I haven't seen that popular since I was a child. Mm-hmm. And since it's just been down. It's not good. I hate to say it. Nope. I'm still watching every week though.
Love me or hate me, you watched.
I watch. I'm going to watch. And if I'm not watching WWE, I'm going to watch AEW tonight after we record. I'm going to watch an indie show on YouTube. So that's there. Thank God for the indies in that avenue and opportunity. But it's WWE. You have you have a chance to give yourself your own media, and they don't have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a stark difference between every other sport we've really covered.
Yeah, they don't make it easy for us. They do not. What are your thoughts on all of this? because we got a voicemail line that you should be hitting up. Speakpipe.com/official house show to leave me your thoughts on what's going on with WWE at the moment. Are you fed up with TKO and they're meddling in the mix of everything? You know, what do you think of AEW suing Triller? And what
this is Triller.
Triller night. Leave us a voicemail singing your own thoughts on Triller TV. Speakpipe.com/official house show. Yeah, I don't. It is what it is. But
pretty bad.
Yeah, speaking of WWE, we have another quasi PLE coming up. KB. We got Saturday night's main event right after Backlash. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, May 23rd at 8 p.m. in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So 2 weeks after WrestleMania, we get Backlash. And now 2 weeks after Backlash, we get Saturday night's main event.
Holy shit, there's a shit ton of stuff going on in Indianapolis that week.
Oh, really?
You said it's May 23rd?
May 23rd.
May 23rd
Fort Wayne.
Is that. The next day is the Indy 500.
Oh, that's the okay. All right. Guess the wrestler who's going to represent the WWE or who's going to be the spokesperson for WWE there. Like that's plot.
Who's it going to be?
Oh, it'll be Grayson Waller. Maybe Charlotte Flair might be there. I think that's my pick. Or the WWE champion Cody Rhodes.
That's also possible.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
See, he was sat next to McAfee?
No.
At the Disney. He was at the Disney Summit or they did a Disney conference and he sat next to McAfee during game day.
Who did that?
Cody Rhodes and Pat McAfee sat next to each other. Blurring the lines of kayfabe. But yeah, Saturday night's main event. It's one of those shows I say quasi PLE because it's not really a PLE. It is a glorified house show. You know, we don't really do live events anymore, but it gives off that feel of a live event. Okay. And it's one of those shows where you can have extended rivalries from either show go on. All right. So an example would be Penta and Ethan Page will be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship. There's a possibility there that Ethan Page could win. Also, just because of how the story's going on Raw. And he would be great as Intercontinental Champion. I think he's absolutely he would be perfect as champion. But Penta has a very good run right now. So that's one thing that's going on. And then you have the WWE Tag Team Championship. Street Profits versus The Vision, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory. This is where you have to put over the Street Profits. The Street Profits need to win that match. Okay. The Vision has been really doing nothing with the tag titles. The Street Profits are a team that can take those titles and elevate the tag division on Raw because the tag division has been so bleak and terrible that it needs a shakeup. And with Joe Hendry now on Raw and feuding with Logan Paul, seems like a good way that you can kickstart that one-on-one feud by having him lose the tag team titles because of Joe Hendry. So I those are the two matches that are announced for Saturday Night's Main Event so far. I like Saturday Night's Main Event in general because of that, the feel of it. It's doesn't have the glamour and the big stage. It's got just the steel barricades, the simple look to it. And also it's just a good show. It's not a big stage like a PLE. It is just a simple glorified house show. And should I be excited for it? Yeah. I think you should this time. Be a little bit excited. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm like a 6. Nah. I'll go with 5.5. Excitement for it.
Not quite 6, not quite 7.
No, not quite this. Not quite this. More like this. Right there. Saturday's Main Event, Saturday, May 23rd. When you are watching Saturday Night's Main Event, be sure you better be repping your merch from WWE Shop. And you can, if you don't have anything from the WWE Shop, well, you can just go to the link below if you are watching on YouTube. Click the link below and go to WWE Shop and support your favorite wrestlers. Get their merch. Danhausen has got a bunch of shirts that I love. You want to rep Penta during his match with Ethan Page, go check out his merch. He's got some fire t-shirts that you should go check out. And you can get that by clicking the link in the description below and helping support the house show while repping some of the coolest merch in all of wrestling.
Hell yeah.
I think that's all the WWE talk I got. Or is it? WWE? Oh, no, it's not. Because we still have a few things. Do you know who Mason Rook is? Have you seen that name float? Sounds like a Jets. The Jets need Mason Rook. Mason Rook.
I said a chess player. Because Rook.
I get it now. I just have terrible fucking hearing. So now I just look stupid.
I was like, the Jets?
I just picture him as a lineman on the Jets when you said that. I don't know. But chess player, yeah, LOL.
Sounds like a 4th round wide receiver.
He does not look like a 4th round wide receiver. Maybe a 4th or 5th round lineman. He's a beast that moves like a wide receiver. Gaby, he's the future. He's the future WWE. That man is the next big thing. The way they're presenting him is giving Kevin Owens vibes from the black and gold era. And we know how much I love my KO. So Mason Rook made his debut on NXT. Debut on NXT last week, signing his contract to become an NXT superstar. And said that he is coming for, pretty much essentially said he's coming for the NXT championship. Tony D'Angelo comes out. Then another guy comes out, starts feuding. It's a classic WWE thing. But when John Cena is tweeting about you, you know you're a big deal. And even using your crowd chant in the tweet, which you got into the Premier League soccer. It's very similar to Premier League chants. So, all right, here we go. All right. He's big. He's bad. He'll body slam your dad. Mason Rook. He's big.
England?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They got like 3. They got 3 new wrestlers, basically from England. You have him, Lizzie Rain, and then what's the blonde dude? He is the worst. I forget his name. I'm gonna look this shit. But yeah, they got them 3. But in Mason Rook I think he's the number 1 out of those who's, got over with the audience. Like he's a legend. It's a unreal chant, and he's gonna be in his first match next week on NXT. He teams with Cam Hendricks, who real life husband of Maxine Dupree, and they take on Miles Bourne, who's the North American champion, and Tony D'Angelo, who is the NXT world champion. So already he's being put against the NXT champ, not only NXT, he's getting put up against both champions, NXT and NXT North American, in his first match. So pretty high praises. That they think very highly of him. Had him walk in with security guards. Legendary move, very Goldberg-esque. And this is just classic WWE. His theme song's fire. His entrance theme is absolutely fire. Again, what I said about Kevin Owens. I found out that it's not new. They used it on a former wrestler in a WWE video game. His name was Mason Ryan. It's the exact same theme. And they took it and are now using it for Mason Rook. Which I think that's interesting. They may do it all the time. You don't know. They may do it like all the time, but I don't know. First time I've kind of noticed it, in real time. The only other one I can remember is Brodus Clay, the Funkasaurus. Used to come out to a song. Somebody call my mama. Hey, like a disco. Somebody call my mama. I thought that was original. Found out that it was used by a wrestler named Ernest the Cat Miller back in 2002. Oh, he was a kooky cat.
Talk about cat scratch fever.
Badooms. So yeah, that was interesting. That was funny to see that. Yeah, NXT's cooking, dude. They are really. They got bludgeoned by roster call-ups. Blake Monroe, Obafemi, Ricky Saints. The main stars got taken, and they're taking a lot of Evolve and LFG talent now to fill the holes. And from what I've seen so far, I say it all the time, it's still the number one wrestling show weekly. Number one weekly wrestling show. It has everything you want. The wrestling, the fans, and even the commentators. Vic Joseph is one of the most underrated in the game. I'm not even get you started about your main man, Booker T.
He believes in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry got called up. So who's he got to believe in now?
That's a good question.
I got one. I got it. He's big. He's bad. He'll body slam your dad. Mason Rook.
Where in England is he from?
Yeah, you got to find that out because he's. I don't know my English geography.
Great name change. Oh, we almost are birthday twins. He was born the day before me 3 years later.
Well, yeah. Oh, you saw his real name? His government name?
Will Cruz.
Yeah, that was his name on the Indies, too. I watched a match with him. He fought at Limitless years ago against my gym pal, the best thing in wrestling, Anthony Green. And Anthony Green got his ass kicked by this dude. All right, so you're looking at him right now, okay? That man did a Spanish fly off the top rope. Do you know what a Spanish fly is?
No.
Okay, so Spanish fly is you have someone like this, on your arm, and they're looking at you like you're, dancing like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you both at the same time flip off and slam. So that man did that off the top rope with another man who's 6'5" and ginormous. The athleticism he has is insane. There's a top moves he has. He does. He's the top moves he has video is one of the craziest I've watched. He has a move where he starts a guy here, and then like lifts him up off, and then grabs him and body slams him. It's crazy, absolutely insane.
He's from Worksop, England.
Now, where is Worksop, England?
Worksop, England is in a market town in the Bassetlaw district in Nottinghamshire, England, which is like the East Midlands of England.
Okay. Still no idea what that is.
Like kind of like central north.
Okay.
England.
All right. Dude, England is a hotspot for wrestling. Hotspot. So I don't blame him, Lizzie Rain, and who is the other guy? I think his name's Angel. I could be wrong. It's gonna bother me. Yeah, but it's whatever. Like Lizzie Rain is
like Nottingham Forest in the Premier League are from.
Okay, I know Nottingham.
Fuck Nottingham.
I know
Forest,
Nottingham.
by the way.
Are they a rival?
No, they beat us last year like 7-0. They thought they were like the greatest gift to the Premier League, and then they're absolute shite this year.
That's what happens when you get too cocky.
Yep.
That's what happens when you get too cocky.
Big Brutus. Mason Rook got to watch out for that. Can't get too cocky there, pal.
Get too cocky. And then, wait a minute. Oh, dude, I forgot to, I mentioned it, but we slipped away from it. I got a secret. I got a secret time.
Wanna know?
Secret time. Secret time. All right, so I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. I think Logan Paul is one of the best wrestlers in WWE.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I'm not gonna, dude. When I say wrestlers, let me take that back. Best sports entertainers in WWE right now.
No, brother, this guy stinks.
I'm telling you, dude. He was made for WWE. That's just somebody who gets it. I know people are not gonna like that because it's Logan Paul and he has go away heat. But I'm telling you, I know he stinks from a lot of people. Prime isn't that good, I know. I still drink Gatorade. But the man can do shit in a ring that half the roster can't. And he's picked it up so quickly. He gets it. And when you have legends of the industry praising you, that has to say something, right? That has to say something.
Does it?
To me, it does. He's working with Paul Heyman.
Of course.
Paul Heyman has a eye for talent. Paul Heyman worked with some pretty big names. You know, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Curtis Axel. You know, all big names. Big names. I'm telling you. There's something there with Logan Paul. I wouldn't be mad. You want to get the peeps really mad?
Oh boy.
Okay. He'll be a world champion in 5 years.
Yeah, that'll get them mad.
That would really piss off the peeps. But could you imagine? So he wins. Who's the hero? Whoever defeats him is immediately the most over guy in the company. See what I did there? There's a built-in story. There, see? Just because something sucks doesn't mean it's not beneficial. And that was Secret Time. I'm glad I got that one off my chest. Yes. I'm glad I got that one off my chest. That was really annoying me. Yeah, not a good look for my secrets. But anyways, do you have a secret? Give me if you have it. Oh,
not a secret. It's Patty Pitt's Secret Time, brought to you by NordVPN.
Yes,
perfect way to be secretive and
Yes,
avoid
get that ad read.
any and all hackers and swipers and stealers, because NordVPN protects your interwebs and makes sure that you are browsing the internet safely and securely. Plus, you can change your VPN over to a different country and you can watch WWE, AEW, TNA as if you were in England, like Mason Rook. So use our link in the description and get started with NordVPN today for as low as $3 a month. I don't know about you, but that is a deal if I've ever heard one, ladies and gentlemen. So
that's a steal.
Go check that out, NordVPN. Use the link in the description, and shout out to them for sponsoring the house show. See what I did there?
I was going to say, if you have a secret yourself, go to speakpipe.com/official house show and let us know your secret, because I want to know. I like knowing secrets. Secrets are fun when you tell everybody. All right. And I only got one more topic before we head off and watch Dynamite and give our thoughts about that. Is that the New Day in All Elite Wrestling is a very high possibility, KB. And it's something that Patty Pitts wants to see.
Interesting. I guess. I mean, they're not WWE anymore, so it's like, what's the next thing to do?
No, as a casual, just got into this fairly recently.
Known about the New Day for a while.
But you've known about the New Day for a while.
Yes. I mean, who hasn't known about Bootios?
Exactly. So you knew about them, and you associated them with WWE.
Correct.
For years.
Correct.
Now that they're not in WWE anymore and have the opportunity to continue wrestling, but for another company, does that like leave a sour taste in your mouth at all? Or are you just like,
it's weird, but it's also like, what else are they going to do? If they want to keep wrestling, like, you got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Would they have to change their name?
So
maybe the New Dawn.
I'm pretty. Yes, they would have to change their name. They cannot use New Day.
Could they be the Old Knight?
Fuck.
Just flip the script.
Yeah, you mean now you're thinking. But yes, they cannot have New Day. Kofi Kingston can't go by Kofi Kingston.
See, that's bullshit.
Xavier Woods cannot go by Xavier Woods because WWE owns those names. They don't own Kofi because that's his legal name. It would be a similar situation to what happened with Cody Rhodes when he left. He would go by Cody on the Indies and in AEW.
Kofi should go by Kofi Cup or Kofi Beans.
I like Kofi Beans.
And then Xavier Woods should go by like Javier Forrest. Really toe the line.
Do you know what his name was when he was not in WWE the last time? He was Consequences Creed. His gimmick was he was basically the Apollo Creed of wrestling.
Hell yeah.
And he was in TNA. I would love to see this because I want to see the New Day verse the Young Bucks / the Elite. It is a dream match that wrestling fans have been craving for years. Is when it was teased on BTE, the Young Bucks YouTube channel. And they're the two of the greatest tag teams in my eyes to ever do it that have never faced off. And it's a dream match that is now possible. We never thought it was possible for years because of WWE. And now that it is, it's weird to be in an era where dream matches are possible. And I especially want to see Austin Creed is his real name. I want to see him versus Kenny Omega because they're friends from gaming. They're huge gaming peeps, and they actually faced off the Elite versus the New Day, but it was in a gaming tournament for Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, one of the two, and that was the only time we ever saw Kenny Omega and the Elite taking on Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, and the New Day. Now it can take place in a ring. We have to book that for All In. And here's the thing. It can't happen just yet, KP. Even though Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful reported today, Kofi Kingston, obviously, and Austin Creed are in free agency. They cannot compete for the next 90 days. It's part of the
what is this, high school sports?
No, you can't. It's a after your release, it's a non-compete for 90 days. Can't join any wrestling company for 90 days. That 90 days is up in late July, which would bring us right up until like a month before All In. Biggest show of the year. Wouldn't you know they have a pay-per-view called All Out?
Of course they do.
Happens like 2 weeks after All In.
All in, all out, all in, all out, all in.
Titles change.
I'm 6 feet from the edge.
You're nothing.
Maybe
6 feet.
It's so far gone.
Great harmonies. Good harmonies. We need it to happen, KB. I want you to experience there's parts of AEW I think you'd really enjoy. And I don't even think it's the programming. I think it's the BTE. Because some of their skits from years ago are iconic. And Cody Rhodes in it. There's a bunch of wrestlers that are in it. And it was a way for wrestlers to get seen and kind of get over when they were on the indie scene because they don't have weekly television. Mm-hmm. So you have to find a way to get yourself over. And the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Cody Rhodes, he's part of the Elite. They created BTE and would just do skits. It was fun.
BTE.
They don't have really that. Like
belt to S.
What?
Instead of belt to ass, BTE is belt to S.
Belt to ace. Belt to ace. But yeah, we need to see the New Day. Or whatever their name will be.
Could they be the feeling good? It's a new dawn.
See, I'm thinking it's okay, Bublé. All right.
And I'm feeling good.
I want to see them be a new era. Or could that not be because it's copywritten? It's new era caps.
Yeah, unless they wore like the giant hats.
Like my buddy TJ at WrestleMania. His giant hat everyone was signing. That'd be hilarious.
When they go to AEW, instead of having bootios, they have boobios.
How many gallons of milk do you think Boobios holds?
Holy shit.
They make sure you ain't thirsty. Dribble.
Somebody, they need some milk.
Oh, yeah. We need to see New Day and All Elite. It's going to happen. It's going to happen very soon. And All Elite's on right now, 8 o'clock. Oh, it's a little bit past that now since we recorded. And if you're watching it right now, or you just watched it because this will be released on Friday, leave us your thoughts. What did you think of Dynamite this week? What did you think of Darby Allin versus Konosuke Takeshita? Did MJF say something that pissed you off? Probably. Let me know. Speakpipe.com/official house show. Anything you want to talk about, I will bring to the table. And yeah, anything else, KB, you wanna bring to the table before we shut the lights off?
Go check out Underground Sports Philadelphia, Water Dogs Weekly, week 2 with Philadelphia Water Dogs goalie Matt DeLuca. Very, very fun conversation. Talked about a lot from just representing Philadelphia as a native Long Islander, and then got some very interesting insight on, and I'd be curious how like wrestlers kind of do this too with like reaction drills and stuff to prepare for things. Matt is a huge F1 fan. I got to get him on Underground Circuit. He's been watching F1 drivers and their routines that they do for like reaction drills. Because he was like, you can only juggle a lacrosse ball so often before like it loses its,
Yeah, then you're just doing it. You just
right.
Yeah.
So he was like, I've been watching that. I've been watching hockey goalies. And I was like, that's pretty fascinating. He's also a huge Star Wars fan. So we talked a little bit about Star Wars and a whole lot more. And then on OTB, we've got the head coach and general manager of the Boston Cannons, Brian Holman, this week. 90-plus minutes with Brian Holman on OTB. Very, very fun as the Boston Cannons get their season started this weekend up in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Let's go. Let's go.
Very, very fun. Water Dogs and Cannons on Saturday Night Lacrosse. So had representatives from both parties in that game on shows this week. Go check out Underground Circuit. Mark Schofield on the show this week for Owen's Creators Kit series that he's doing. Definitely go check that out. Mark is the best. Been a long-time supporter and friend of the network. Always fun when he's chopping it up with Casey and Owen. So definitely go check out that interview. And Christian and I should have a new streamer season up within the week sometime.
Lit. What are we talking about? Devil Wears Prada?
I still have to go see that. That's on my to-do list. I want to sit down and watch the original first before I go, so it's like front of mind of like everything that happened, because it's been probably 20 years since I've seen the first one. But I went and saw at the end of April The New Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah.
One of the funniest goddamn movies I've ever seen. Pitts, it might be, knowing your humor, that movie might end up in your top 5 movies you've ever seen.
Really?
It's that funny.
Okay.
And I never would have pictured Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe working together in like a buddy cop scenario. The fact that that movie doesn't have at least a trilogy is a goddamn travesty.
Really?
It's so fucking funny, dude. It is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. And it's like gaining like cult classic like energy, and people are like starting to like give it the respect I think it deserves, and hopefully they can impactfully make a second one, because it is so fucking funny. But we're entering blockbuster season with Mando and Grogu coming out next week. We got a whole lot of movies coming out. The Odyssey in July. We got Spider-Man.
I'm pumped for Spider-Man.
I can't wait, dude. It's going to be so good.
I know.
The Odyssey is going to be incredible, too.
That's just a one-off. That's not a series, right? Or is it?
Yeah, no, it's like based on the actual like book.
Oh, I read that.
Yeah. It's going to be fucking sweet.
Shocking. I know. Shocking. I read the Odyssey, but I did. I'm educated.
Yeah, Matt Damon. That's the one with Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Zendaya, like whole crazy cast.
Oh, that's just alien.
Nolan.
Yeah, dude.
Bob Pett, Robert Pattinson's in it.
Oh my god. Hell yeah! All right, we'll go see that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Matt thinks about that too.
So yeah, we got a lot of shit going on. Plus, PGA Tour's in Philly this week, so
hell yeah,
whole lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we gotta. That's good to hear. Go check out Underground Industries on all social media platforms, and subscribe to the podcast network on Underground Industries. And we're talking about podcasts. Go check out us on a podcast. If you can't watch us on YouTube, we are on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify. And if you can watch us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell notification to know every time we post a new video. Got Wikipedia races in the mix. So we cooking, we vibing. All right. And a lot of fun stuff in the works. Speakpipe.com/official house show if you want to leave a voicemail. Follow me on all social media platforms at Patty Pitts, PADDYPITTS
MOUSE.
And follow KB on social media as well at KBIZZL 311 on Twitter and KBIZZLE on E11 on Instagram.
It's all KBizzle11, just Twitter's a 3 instead of an E because I was like, ooh, it's 2012. I'm going to revive my AIM username.
It's freaking cool, man.
It's freaking bats. I love Halloween.
Freaking bats.
Dude, also want to give a shout out because I haven't got the chance to do it. Shout out to Hoots, man. He put on a fucking clinic photographing the PLL in Utah for us. And he took photos that if they don't win a Pulitzer Prize or get a Pulitzer nomination, I'm gonna have to write a strongly worded letter.
Really?
They were impeccable. I will have to show you them when we finish recording if you haven't seen them because I genuinely want to get them framed and have them down here in the studio.
Oh hell yeah!
That's how good they are. And Hoots' photos are always great. He's got 3 more trading cards in the new PLL set. So like he's grinding, but I was floored at this set of photos. They were so good, Pat. TLN retweeted, Paul Rabel retweeted.
Oh hell yeah!
And our good friend of the net of OTB, a little account known as NFL Fashion Advice. I'm sure you've seen.
I've seen him.
He retweeted and quote tweeted damn near every photo Hoots was taking.
It's good shit. It was sensational.
It was an awesome week. That I want to pull it up here real quick just to see where it's at right now, because I'm very intrigued where it's at right now. Honestly, it's so good. I made it our pinned tweet for a while.
Oh wow, we're getting that treatment.
Here we go. What is it at? Almost 25,000 impressions in 4 days on 2 photos in 1 tweet.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Go check them out. Hootsuite Media.
We crush. It's at Hoot Sports Media.
Sports Media.
I want to find where this is. Where's the analytics studio, creator studio? Our numbers on last weekend were fucking insane. It was May 9th and 10th because that's just how Twitter works. I don't know why. Let's just do the 8th to the 10th, I guess. We had over 21,000 impressions on May 9th, over 13,000 on May 10th, which is technically May 8th and 9th, the way things should work. But just an insane opening day to PLL. It was a wild. We were getting photos up in real time, like left and right, and just I don't even remember how. Let me see here real quick because it's a fascinating thing, and this is the difference between WWE and the PLL is like we have this access and we can get things up like this. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
25.
25 posts that were just photos, not including final score graphics, go up during the games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Doing big things. Big things in the underground.
Insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out everything because we're rocking and rolling.
Don't forget to follow the house show on all social media platforms after at Real House Show on Twitter and Official House Show on Instagram and TikTok. That's all we got. Shut the lights down, flip the chairs, and thank you for tuning in. God bless. Remember, you can do it. All you gotta do is try. Peace.